الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mubashir Kamran. I had the opportunity to serve as president in 2009 of Nueces Mosque and also finance a few years before when REC was still forming.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
The Nueces Mosque president position is very important. As the president, you're going to be the face of the organization. So whenever someone thinks about the EC, they're going to think of you. And your personal life and your professional life are going to be mingled. So that's not something that you're going to easily separate. So just be careful about that. Your reputation is on the line and you will be judged. Also, as a president, you are going to be the major link to ICGA. Now, you may have a liaison to ICGA, but whenever things are serious, whenever they really need to talk to a representative of the EC, they're going to come to you. So keep that in mind as well. Another very important aspect of what this position is that you're going to be the leader. You are the motivator, you are the glue that holds the entire EC together. And I think that in a short sense, that's what the position really is.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
At my time at Nueces, we concentrated on a few things. First and foremost was renovations. When we first got to the masjid, it was in a horrible state, and we spent a lot of money and effort trying to rebuild and make it somewhat comfortable that people can come, people can invite others, and it would be a comfortable place to come to. The second thing that we concentrated on was the sisters' involvement. At the time that we took over, sisters felt very uncomfortable coming to the masjid. And so we made the SAC and we created a lot of events centering around sisters. And finally we did actually see the fruits of our labor. Lastly is fundraising. I think for any Bible organization you need to have good fundraising. And for example, the auto withdrawal program, everyone gives a little, but if you look at it in total, it really adds up, just a little bit at a time. So those are the three things that we concentrated on.
حي على الصلاة.
I feel the most important task as president is to give direction to the organization. A lot of times people will work independently, but you as a leader need to bring everyone together for one common goal, one common purpose. You need to have short-term goals and long-term goals. Those are very important, and you need to tell people how to accomplish these short-term goals and long-term goals. Otherwise, everyone is going to do their own thing and nothing is going to get accomplished. Direction is very important. That leads me to the second most important task, is motivating everyone. If everyone has a clear sense of direction, they will be motivated. If not, it is your responsibility to go to each member and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to, they're on task, but not micromanaging, but at the same time making sure that they're motivated towards the organizational goals. If you are goal-directed and everyone is headed towards one goal, they will be motivated, from my experience. And so if they're not, it's your responsibility to find out what the problem is. But so just in summary, your main tasks are you have to give the organization direction, and secondly, you have to motivate all your EC members.
حي على الصلاة.
President and vice president positions were left vague on purpose in the Constitution, so that you can be left open to whoever takes those positions to tailor fit them and to work best with them. I feel the president and vice president positions are going to be different depending on the personalities who are in those positions. But generally, this is the way I feel that they should be handled. The president is moreover your leader. They're going to be looking over long-term growth of the organization, long-term goals, and the VP is going to be the day-to-day manager. They're going to be the one that's going to make sure that the things that the organization sets out to do are being done. There's enough resources to complete those tasks. So the VP is the manager and the president is the leader.
على الفلاح.
advice I wanted to give to the incoming president is work on continuity. As soon as you figure out what your role is as president, you need to figure out who's going to replace you. That starts from day one. So make sure that you have someone that is capable and that understands the role, that in case you decide to quit tomorrow, that they can take over and the organization would survive. And the second most important thing I wanted to discuss is burnout. Please, please, please stress this to the rest of your EC. I've seen this happen to so many of my friends. They overwork themselves to the point where they don't want to do any activism in the future, especially like Islamic activism or things like that. So be careful of burnout. Be careful of them overworking themselves. It's okay if you don't get everything done and our event isn't perfect, but it's worse in the long term if that person turns away from activism in general. That's a greater loss. So please be careful of burnout, and please preach that to your EC, and also watch yourself on that as well.